Alright, let's be real. Watching an underdog slowly grind their way to power is great and all, but sometimes we just want to see a protagonist bulldoze through enemies, like they're NPCs in a tutorial level. So, if you're craving dungeon crawling action with an overpowered MC who levels up like they've got cheat codes, this list is for you. This is Emmaverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Starting the list with number 10. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. Imagine walking into a game where everyone else has to grind for XP, but you're just casually looting rare drops like it's nothing. That's Ryota Sato's life in this anime. He gets isekai'd and discovers that while he's stuck at level 1 forever, he has a skill that lets him farm high-tier items and abilities way beyond his level. It's like being a low-level character with legendary gear. Absolute madness. If you enjoy quirky isekai where the power system is completely broken, this one's a fun ride. At number 9, chillin' in another world with level 2 super cheat powers. The title says it all. Our guy Banaza gets summoned to another world, but instead of the usual overpowered blessing, he's given the weakest stats possible. Just when it looks like he's doomed to be a nobody, he suddenly unlocks god-tier abilities at level 2. Yes, not level 100 or 1000, just level 2 is enough to break the entire system. The series doesn't take itself too seriously, so if you want an OPMC with a laid-back attitude, this is the one to watch. At number 8, Villainous level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. Now here's a twist. Instead of a hero, we've got a villainess who's ridiculously overpowered. Yumiella, the so-called hidden boss, was just trying to live a peaceful life, but thanks to her absurd level 99 strength, people start mistaking her for the actual demon lord. The way she casually wipes out enemies while trying not to look threatening is comedy gold. If you like dungeon anime with a fresh perspective and an OP female lead, this one's a gem. At number 7, Wistoria, Wand and Sword. A world where magic reigns supreme, and if you can't use it, you're basically useless. Enter Will Surfort, a guy who can't use magic at all, but wields a sword so ridiculously strong that even elite mages fear him. He's aiming to climb the ranks of a magic academy, even though everyone looks down on him. This anime blends classic dungeon exploration with underdog energy and insane swordplay, making it a must-watch. At number 6, Solo Leveling. You already knew this was coming. Sung Jin-woo starts off as the weakest hunter, barely surviving dungeon raids, but after a mysterious system chooses him, he gains the power to level up infinitely, something no other human can do. His journey from a weakling to an unstoppable force is one of the most satisfying power climbs in anime. Every dungeon boss he faces just becomes another stepping stone to his absolute dominance. If you haven't watched Solo Leveling yet, you're seriously missing out. At number 5, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Overpowered MC? Check. Endless dungeons? Check. A harem of cute girls following him around? Also check. Satu, a game developer, wakes up in a fantasy RPG world with god-tier stats, unlimited skill points, and enough firepower to end wars. But instead of being the next demon lord, he decides to just take it easy. This anime leans into slice-of-life territory while still throwing in plenty of dungeon action. At number 4, Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. What's worse than getting betrayed by your classmates and left to die in a dungeon? Well, how about surviving, eating monster meat, and becoming an unstoppable force of destruction? Hajime Nagumo goes from being the weakest in his class to a dual-wielding, gunslinging beast with a vampire waifu by his side. The transformation is brutal, but it's what makes this anime stand out in the OPMC genre. At number 3, In Another World with My Smartphone. Yes, it's dumb. Yes, it's ridiculous. And yes, it's insanely entertaining. After dying in a freak accident, God himself feels bad and gives our boy Tuya a second chance in another world, along with his smartphone. Not only does he get insane magic abilities, but he also has Google Maps, Wikipedia, and even calls from the divine. If you're looking for a fun power fantasy where the MC casually strolls through dungeons while OP as hell, this is it. At number 2, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. What happens when you get summoned into another world as your MMORPG character? You get Diablo, a guy who roleplayed as an overpowered demon lord and is now stuck in that persona. His stats are completely broken, his magic is off the charts, and his biggest struggle? Talking to girls. Watching him pretend to be an intimidating villain while internally panicking is one of the best parts of this series. Add in dungeon battles, magical chaos, and some questionable fan service, and you've got a wild ride. Finally, at number 1. That time, I got reincarnated as a slime. And finally, the king of OP dungeon crawling anime, Rimuru Tempest. Who knew that being reincarnated as a slime would be the best power-up ever? Absorbing skills, evolving into a demon lord, and casually crushing enemies with god-tier magic, Rimuru does it all. Whether it's leading a nation, exploring dungeons, or wiping out threats effortlessly, this anime never gets boring. If you're looking for the ultimate OPMC who started from the bottom, literally as slime, then this is your top pick. And that's the list. Which of these OP dungeon crawling legends is your favorite? Or did I miss one that deserves a spot? Let me know.